Welcome to Pay It Forward, the series where strangers from around the world create a chain reaction of kindness based on a connection they make without seeing each other. Let's take a look at what happened in the previous episode when the participants met with their cameras turned off.
Hi everyone, I am participant 8. My name is Amira Hamid. I'm 31 years old and I'm from South Africa.
Hello, my name is Nursena. I am participant 9 and I'm originally from Turkey, but my family and I immigrated to the United States almost 5 years ago.
Hello, participant 8.
Hello, participant 9. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. What do you do for fun?
I love doing DIY projects for home decor. So what I do is I try to, buy cheap stuff from Dollar Tree or thrifting stores, and I try to change them by painting or trying to put different things on them. And, I love doing that.
That's actually a really cool one. I'm also a big crafter, like DIY crafting. I recently got one of those Cricut maker machines. So I could do those vinyl printing and iron-ons and cutouts, and I make these. I'm not sure if you've seen this big blow up on Instagram with these resin coasters and all these resin trays. So I've been trying my hand at that.
I even tried that. I even have them on my right there. I'm trying to show them mine, but I can show you in our next call.
Well, I have had a really fun time talking to you.
That was lovely, and I'm so happy to get to know you, and I'm excited for our next call.
Have a great evening, hey.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Expose in episode 9 of our Pay It Forward series. If you haven't seen any of the previous episodes, they are linked down below, so make sure you watch them.
In this episode, you're going to see participant 8 pay it forward to participant 9, as well as meet the last participant of this season from the UK. Enjoy!
We are here on Zoom with participants 8 and 9, where we're going to let them in so that way they can turn on their cameras and see one another and give the act of kindness to continue this movement. So let's bring them in.
Participant 9, you're so pretty.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
You look very different from what I imagined, but I am not disappointed at all. And I love the hijab look. It's beautiful. So do you have a whole cupboard full of all colors?
Oh yeah, I do. I do. I was today, what color? I feel like wearing it. Yeah, I have a lot of hijabs.
I'm actually also trying to get into hijab slowly. So
that's so
I love seeing other girls in it and okay, I can do this as well.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
My name is Amira.
Amira? Oh, that's a beautiful name.
Thank you.
Nursena.
I like it. It's very unique. But I also like that they added Noor into it. I always like that name Noor.
Where are you right now?
In South Africa.
Okay. Wow. That's really cool.
And you?
I'm originally from Turkey. And so my parents and I immigrated to US almost 5 years ago.
My husband loves Turkey. Every time I say let's travel, he's like, let's go to Turkey first. Let's start in Turkey.
Yeah, it's a really pretty country. And when was your wedding? When did you get married?
On the 18th of December last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's just past 4 months now.
Wow. Yeah.
And you?
It was August 13th. It's been 8 months. Yeah, I'm also new with it.
I spent some time thinking about our last chat, and I really enjoyed it. I was so much looking forward to this call because we had such a nice talk in our first call. And I remembered I asked you about what are your hobbies and what do you do, and we both were like, well, we don't have hobbies. And then we're like, oh no, wait, we do DIY crafts and we do all these fun things, and we tried out the whole resin craft things. So I thought maybe I would gift you something that you could also try out, and a craft that you can try out, but something that I started off like really early, like when I was maybe in my 6th grade, I think. My mom bought me this little bead kit, and I started making little bracelets for myself and earrings, and it was like a way to express myself because I was a very weird child. So I thought, I've seen this latest craze on Instagram on the polymer clay jewelry kits, and I thought, okay, this will be a nice way for you to express yourself. Maybe I didn't think about the hijab part, but you could easily make other jewelry with it. So I will be sending you a jewelry making kit, and you can design your own jewelry and express yourself.
Thank you so much. That's so kind of you. I actually tried to make some jewelries before, and I really enjoy it. And this is gonna be the next step. Thank you. That's so kind of you. I love it. I'm so excited.
I definitely want a picture when you're done with it. I want to see what you made.
Oh yeah, sure. I will send you one of them. One of my jewelries.
Awesome.
Now I have another friend on the other side of the world.
Yeah, I've enjoyed this, and it's so great. And I really do hope we stay in touch, and it'll be lovely to just grow as friends across the world.
Thank you so much. This was so lovely, and I'm, so happy to meet you. Bye.
Bye.
Welcome to the Pay It Forward series. How does it work? Two strangers who differ in age, race, wealth, or gender, and are always from a different location will have 2 calls over Zoom. On the first call, there is a catch. The participants have to do it with their videos turned off, concealing their identity from each other. During this call, they will ask each other a series of questions that inspire a connection between them. On a second call, the 2 participants turn on their videos, revealing their identity, and participant A will give an act of kindness to participant B based on something they said during their first conversation. Following this big reveal, participant B, who received the act of kindness, will now pay it forward to participant C, another stranger, repeating the process. And this movement will continue, connecting people around the world to demonstrate how a single act of kindness can have a cascading impact globally.
Hi, this is participant 10. My name's Ed Parry. I'm 51 years old. I live in London. I studied physics at university, but I'm now a chartered accountant working in the entertainment business. I live in London with my wife Lizzie, my 2 kids, Kit and Hero, and 3 cats and a dog. I speak a little bit of French, and I love to ski and go to France.
Hello, participant 10.
Hello, participant 9.
Do you want to start off?
Sure. If you could change bodies with someone, who would it be and why?
I think I would want to change bodies with Justice Ketanji Brown. I am not sure if you're familiar with it, but she just nominated for Supreme Court in the US.
Is she the first Justice Lady of Colour who will be?
Yes, she's the first.
So I read about it recently, yes, that's right.
She will be the first Black justice in the Supreme Court, Black woman justice. So yeah. I would want to change bodies with her because she had an amazing, successful career beforehand, and now she's getting ready for something, even more amazing. And I would want to know, how would that feel?
No, that's a. Mine is not nearly as worthy. Mine I was always a great fan of David Bowie, and I said to my wife, I think I'm going to say David Bowie, and she said, well, he's dead. And I said, well, I think I could still be in his body 10 years ago or 20 years ago or 30 years ago. One of my regrets in life is that I never saw him play live. He was such an influence on so many different musicians and artists that I would love to have been him, but not nearly as important as the justice in the Supreme Court.
Oh no, all of them. I mean, whatever matters to us, it's important. So yeah. Describe a moment in your life when you felt the most alive.
So I have a wife and 2 kids, and 3 cats and a dog. And so for me, before children, the time I felt most alive was when I was single, and I was living in New York for 2 years, and the buzz of the city of New York was just incredible. I often wish I hadn't come back, but equally, when I got back from New York, the weekend I got back, I met my wife. We'd known each other before, but I re-met her that weekend. So coming back was actually was great, because we now have a second half of our lives. And in my post-children world, the time I most feel alive is I love skiing, and we all love skiing. And to be on a hill, on a mountain, skiing with my family is when I now most feel alive. What about you?
So for me, it was years ago. My sister and I went to Niagara Falls in the US, and so I went so close to one of the waterfalls, and I got soaking wet, and it was just so amazing. I was just like screaming, and like nobody can hear you, obviously it's just so loud. It was just so amazing. I still want to go back to do the same thing.
I took my kids there maybe 5 years ago. But the noise, you're right, the noise is incredible.
How would you describe your best friend?
My best friend, I mean, he's affable, he's accident prone, he is loyal, he is thoughtful, and I know I could rely on him if I ever needed to. What about you?
She's just so smart. Whenever I need an advice, I'm like, okay, just tell me what you think. Do you think this step is smart, or like, what should I do? Like, she's like a big sister to me, even though like she's not older than me, but she's so wise, and I can definitely rely on her.
She sounds a bit like my grandmother, who died. She died before my son was born, so 16 years ago. But she was my favourite person in the world, and she was the sort of person who always had wise advice.
Yeah.
And I still, if I ever have a dilemma now, I still think about what she would have advised.
What is the hardship that your family has experienced that you wish you could relieve?
When I think about all the hardship in the world right now, I can't think of anything that I think of us as a family having as a real hardship. This was the question I found the most difficult to think of anything thoughtful to say, because we're very lucky, and there are so many people who are less lucky in the world. I wouldn't want to imply that anything we have is a hardship, because it would detract from the real hardships that I see elsewhere in the world. What about you?
That's amazing, by the way. I love your perspective, and that's so great. For me, my family and I immigrated from our hometown to another country, and so my parents, and also me, we did not know the language of the country that we immigrated.
That's hard, yeah.
And it was really hard at the beginning, and it's been still hard for my parents, because when you get older, it's harder for you to learn the language. And if I could change that, I would definitely change that, especially for my dad. Everything changed once we arrived to the country we are in now, and if I had the power, I could give everything he had back in home to him, so that he could be as happy as he was back there.
That's interesting because language is such an important thing that you don't think about. I'm sure it can be quite isolating.
What is the one skill that you hope to gain in the near future?
I'd like to be better at a different language than my native language. And it was my New Year's resolution last year to learn French. I spoke French as a child at school, but my French is very rusty. And I bought myself a language course on my iPad, but I've been so bad at finding time to do it. So that's what I would like to do.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, participant 10. This was great.
Yeah, it's lovely to talk to you. I hope you have a lovely lunch or evening wherever, or breakfast wherever you are.
Thank you.
Look forward to seeing you properly next time.
Me too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello, this is participant 9. After my call with participant 10, his desire to improve his second language, that stuck out to me because I am a second language speaker in English, and over the past 5 years I have been, trying different methods and different resources to improve my language skills, and I thought it would be helpful for him to hear from my experiences. So that's why I think I will base my act of kindness on something related to improving your second language.
Thank you so much for watching the episode. Please make sure to tune in next time for our season 1 finale.
So with that said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you do not miss this episode. We will see you soon.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.